So you hear everybody talking about free estimates, and we want to get a free estimate. We want to get a bid. Um, how much do things cost? Like I wanted to talk about what are the benefits to owners, and also some of the drawbacks, and what are the benefits to a company, and some of the problems with that. So first of all, what is an estimate? An estimate is obviously you're never going to know exactly how much something's going to cost. It takes an incredible amount of time to figure out even just a good estimate. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and which is one of the reasons why it's good and why it's not. So an estimate, it can be just a guess. It's either from experience, you've done a lot of these kinds of projects, you know a lot about the topic, and then you're also really familiar with the prices. And so a really detailed estimate, you gather prices, you gather, depending on the size of the project, subcontractor prices and quotes from them, meet with them on the project, talk about their job, what all goes into their job. Obviously, the more detailed the scope of work is, what's going to be done, the specifications, what is exactly going into that, this brand of countertops, this type of flooring, these particular type of or size of windows. So the benefits to an owner of a free estimate, you get to compare prices. Everybody wants a good deal, so you want to know, hey, is this guy charging too much? What's fair, and can I afford to do this? People are weary about being asked about their budget because they are afraid if they reveal it, the contractor will then raise their price or charge them more than they would have, or how much it really actually costs. So free estimates help owners feel less vulnerable. One of the cons is now you have three prices and none of them make any sense because you don't really know enough about the process or what goes into the pricing, and the pricing is not transparent. Just because you have a line item doesn't mean that you know the actual cost of that line item. I mean, some people add markup to line items, some people will show you line items and then show you the markup at the end, which makes it real confusing. Different people have different ways of estimating and different ways of creating proposals, and so you can get 3 or 4 or 5 things that all look different and have different prices, and now you don't really know which one is the better value. Just because the price is lower, it might actually be a better deal because you might not be getting as good of materials, or maybe it's not even a real price. Maybe that it's just a lowball price, that somebody's using to get the deal, and then all of a sudden, they tear up your house, and all of a sudden, now they say, we discovered some things, and we need, $40,000 more to finish the project than we thought it would actually cost. And so what goes into like a good estimate in the beginning is when they're taking the time to figure those things out before they happen. Another drawback to owners of free estimates is that they're wrong. You might, hire somebody based on their estimate, and then same thing. I guess I kind of already covered this. That halfway through the job, they discover that they can't finish, and they either ask for more money, or sometimes they just disappear because they're trying to leave while they still got some money, or they just even can't afford to finish the job. So they take the deposit, they get a little bit of work done, and then they just disappear, and you end up having to spend a lot more money to hire somebody else to actually finish the job for what it really costs to do the job. What we do is different than estimating. We're going to give you a fixed price, and the reason that we charge for the construction discovery agreement is what we call it, where we put together all the pricing, all the subcontractors, materials, what we think it's going to cost to do the labor, and stick by that. And it takes a lot of experience. For somebody, the person doing the estimator with us, it's somebody who's done the work. They've been in the trades long enough, so they've been on the jobs. They have a real good sense of what it takes to get whatever it is they're doing, or if they don't, they ask somebody who does, so that we can all discuss this within our team and make sure that we have a good grasp on what's being done and how much it's going to cost and how long it's going to take us to do it, so that we don't have any surprises and we don't get ourselves into trouble, we don't get you into trouble. If any of you are curious to learn more about this, or you have any questions, feel free to message me, reach out, give me a phone call. I'll get back to you, and we can talk more about it.